Hey everyone, got some Dawn of War action for you. A 3v3 that's a little different. It's on a pretty big map. It's a 3v3. I got some really good players. I think everyone knows each other. I was in the lobby chat and they all seem to know each other. So I got a 3v3 where everybody knows each other. And another thing that's different is if you look at the top left, I don't know if you can see it, but in the top left it says 10,000 resources, which is, 10 times higher than normal. So this is quick start. Nice thing about quick start is you just get straight into the action. There's no wait time. There's nothing like that. And really, the thing about quick start is, yeah, you start out with a big army, but you still need to focus on resources, right? You're still at plus 30. So even with all this advantage, you still need to build up economy and think about late game and all that. Because quick start does not help you with late game at all. So this will help you out with your late game and with your micro. It really helps out your skills. But anyways, here's quick start. I would not recommend quick start against computer because the computer is just so good at it. It's kind of scary how good the computer is at quick start. Anyways, this is against real people. I watched this yesterday, so very fresh. And yeah, I think I'm gonna focus on Imperial Guard. Because there's action all the time, I'm gonna have to focus on a player. I'm not gonna be able to go from corner to corner. I'm not gonna be able to go from corner to corner. I'm not gonna be able to go from this battle to that battle. There's just no way. So I'm gonna focus on Imperial Guard. Imperial Guard, I really like the books. I read a couple Necron books. I read a little bit of everything. I really like the Guard books the most. So you got Guard, Necrons. Necrons was the host. Eldar. And another thing about this replay is it's not completely one-sided. There's back and forth. And a lot of action. Orks. I think I read 2 Ork books. And then there's another Eldar and Tau. I read a book where it's not the Tau, but Tau were like the enemy. It's a rogue trader. In the book, Tau was the enemy. So I know about him from in the book, it's the humans fighting Tau, and they give out their thoughts oh, this is what it's like to fight him. So I know about Tau from the human perspective. But anyways, I only read one Tau book, so I'm not gonna focus too much on them. I'm not much of a Tau guy, and I will say painting them is I painted a lot of figures. I painted a lot of miniatures, and Tau is definitely one of the harder ones. So yeah, not really a Tau guy. They're really hard to paint. Necrons, I painted a whole army of Necrons in an hour. Necrons was super easy to paint. And Orks, no one really cares if your Orks look good or not because it's random. Orks are wild, right? So when it comes to Orks, you can paint them whatever color you want. No one really cares. So you can paint Orks whatever color you want. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start it. I think that's the intro. Now I will say before I start it that I will fast forward through a lot of it. The replay is really long. It's a really long replay. And 2, there's a stalemate. And I'm going to fast forward for the stalemate. Stalemates are just not fun to watch, even for me, who's a huge Warhammer guy. Stalemates are just not my thing. And yeah, I think I'm gonna start it. The early game is actually really important, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you the entire early game, and then skip through the stalemate. Oh yeah, some of these guys are clan members, like tournament teams. They go to tournaments as like a team, that kind of clan. If that makes sense. But yeah, quick start is weird. You definitely do a different early game than other people.
I hear the machine spirit's voice.
When it comes to quick start, you definitely want factories. You want more factories than resources. The more factories, the better. And I say factories because I play a lot of Supreme Commander. Supreme Commander, you just spam. You have like 5 or 10 factories, spamming out units. Yeah, like this. This is what you want. You want the factories, not resources. So I think this is a good build order. It's a really good build order there. Okay, it looks like he's teching first and then building an army. Orks go through their money pretty quick, so I think this is fine. Orks kind of blow through their early game pretty quick.
Reporting for duty, son.
Reinforced Guardians. Not sure why you would reinforce them, but whatever. I guess nothing else to do. 2 factories. Oh, third factory. What is that? A 1 minute tier 2. A 1 minute tier 2. Okay. Getting the population upgrades. Tier 2. Just, I would say these 2 players have about the same speed. Yeah, they have around the same speed, give or take. Tao's moving forward. Tao is like one of the best quick start factions. Okay, got the fleet of foot upgrade. Alright, tier 1 battle. Oh no, Tao's tier 2. Okay, so tier 2 Tau against tier 1 Eldar. Well, actually, Eldar's tier 2. Yeah, okay. So tier 2 battle. Eldar's tier 2. So it should be a fair fight. Tier 2 versus tier 2. Necrons is fighting. Necrons is tier 1. With Necrons, you really want the obelisk. That bonus time is really helpful. The bonus time is really nice. So for Necrons, you really want the obelisk. Necrons is a late game faction, so Necrons actually do pretty well on this mode. First vehicle of the game at 3 minutes. Orks is starting to make an army. Knobs are ready. 3 minute knob. That's pretty good. Upgraded commander. Guard. Still hasn't capped their points, but I guess in quick start it doesn't really matter. 2 factories. 2 factories. I'm gonna count the HQ as a factory. So you got a couple factories going. Eldar is pushing Tau. Now, because of Tao's really good early game, you really have to win this fight, or else the later fights are going to be... It's just going to get harder from here on out. So Necrons is helping out. Flayed ones. I think these are tier 1 flayed ones though, so they're not that great. And Tau can cut through flayed ones no problem. So these flayed ones are not that big of a threat. Upgrade stealth suits. Upgrade stealth suits can tear right through anything. Nice teleport from Eldar. That was a really, really good teleport. Kind of an aggressive webway. Looks like Eldar is actually almost maxed out. Maxed out Eldar at 4 minutes. Orks versus Guard. I think Orks versus Guard is a classic. They're both Horde factions. So you got two Horde factions going at it. Looks like these Orks are definitely upgraded. I'm not sure the Guardsmen are upgraded, but the Orks are definitely upgraded. Okay, looks like Tau was losing until Eldar showed up.
For duty, sir.
I like these tank busters a lot. That's a good tank buster. Okay, got artillery going. Heavy weapon team, Commissar. I really like the Commissar. Commissar is really nice. Looks like not capping their points, though. You kind of have to cap your points. How's your slag? Okay, they're doing the slag now. I don't think Guard needs slag with all their economy bonuses. With all their economy bonuses, Guardsmen don't really need the slag, but whatever. Upgraded command squad. Tier 3 abilities. See, in a couple minutes they went from tier 1 to tier 3. Flash kits out in the field. Kill cans. Necron Lord out in the field. Guardsmen are starting to get upgrades. Immortals. Very nice army. Eldar are going round 2. Necron's doing some shenanigans. Eldar actually has a pretty small base. You should have a bigger base by now. Chimera spam. Okay, so the main difference between Guard and Orks is Orks have upgraded vehicles. So once they get upgraded vehicles, it's actually pretty one-sided. Once Orks get the vehicle upgrade, it becomes pretty one-sided. Right now they're getting pushed back. Yeah, right now they're getting pushed back. But once Orks get the vehicle upgrade, it should be fine. Okay. Looks like Eldar has a weaker army. I'm not sure why you would go in with this army, but whatever. And this guy should know how powerful Tau is. With this kind of army, you should be like invincible. And you can make crew shapers. You know, don't be afraid to make crew shapers. Yeah, Tau should be able to tear right through these vehicles, no problem. These vehicles should not be a threat. Okay, Squiggiff on the field. I'm just gonna guess everybody's maxed out by now. I think everybody's... I'm not sure why you would put Guardsmen right here. That's kind of weird. Put Guardsmen right there. They're definitely not a melee faction. These Immortals are getting very close to Orks. These Immortals will get like one-shotted. Okay, Solar Pulse. You definitely don't want to... The War Boss would win. I'm not even sure why the War Boss is running away. War Boss should win that fight. Bunch of Flayed Ones. I think Flayed Ones beat Orks. So we'll see. Very aggressive Guard. I'm not sure if Orks are using their abilities or not. It's hard to tell. abilities are super hard to micro. So if they're not using their abilities, that's fine. Should use the big mech stun. Look at all these vehicles. You can easily big mech stun. These flayed ones are probably... Are they maxed out? Yeah, these flayed ones are now maxed out. Maxed out flayed ones are crazy. Very aggressive heavy weapon team. Okay, Tal and Eldar are going at it. Tal and Eldar are both like top tier factions, so this is gonna be interesting. Eldar's tier 4, not much defense, unless it's hiding somewhere. This should be over. Like, it's 2 players against 1. Should be over. We'll see. Avatar Arcane. Avatar Arcane is one of the best units in the game. Very aggressive flayed ones, but I guess they're maxed out, so yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, guardsmen and melee. This is weird having them out here, especially with artillery. Very aggressive. This is a very aggressive artillery. I'm not sure why. Guardsman is definitely like not a aggressive faction. Tau drones, these disappear after a while. I'm not sure how this Eldar is still alive. It's like 2 squads against like 10. Oh, more flayed ones. Okay, it seems like it wasn't for the flayed ones, this team would have lost by now. The flayed ones are the only reason they're staying alive. Tau's retreating. Shield drones, but not activating it. Shield drones are pretty hard to micro, so it's fine. Squigif. I'm not sure if this is the same Squigif or you can repair it. I don't know if you guys know that. You can repair it. Calfskins. Now, Calfskins you can be aggressive with. But these normal guardsmen, I don't know. Very aggressive Necrons. Now, if you lose a listening point, on quick start, it doesn't really matter. So losing a listening point there didn't really matter. Now at this point in the game, at 12 minutes, I'm just gonna assume everyone's maxed out. Okay, guard is supporting Eldar. Looks like Eldar actually pushed back somehow, even though it was a 2v1. I'm not sure how Eldar won a 2v1. Avatar Arcane about to go down. That's a pretty big deal. This one's actually full health. He's got full health. Okay, Avatar Arcane down. That's pretty massive, actually. Yeah, I think the biggest thing about Quick Start is just having factories and just having them produce. As long as you're producing, you should be okay. Again, you can stun the Baneblade, but whatever. Tau Commander. Tau Commander decimates Imperial Guard. Like, the Tau Commander can like one-shot this artillery. And Orks should have a forward base. Yeah, I think Orks really needs a forward base. Oh, only 2 factories. Yeah, you definitely need 3 or 4 factories. Tau drones. This is not a good idea. They're gonna disappear. Yeah, they're gonna disappear by the time they get over here. They can only travel a couple feet. so I'm not a huge fan of this plan. You need to bring this closer. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
You requested a psycho, my lord.
Is that the best you've got?
These vehicles are actually full health somehow.
Where's our fire support?
I'm not even sure how, because of all the anti-vehicle they had.
Cut them down.
I'm not sure what faction Tau picked. I'm not sure if they went Kroot or... I don't see any Kroot shapers or any... Like, I'm not sure which one they picked. I don't see any Kroot or, like, anything. I couldn't tell you which one they picked. Monolith, couldn't tell you if that's the real one or not. But I think the Necron lore was over here. So I'm guessing that's the real one. Yeah, see, you can repair your vehicle. You should have repaired the squiff. I'm not sure how the Tau Commander is alive with 3 Psychers. With 3 Psychers, you can just kill the Tau Commander. Somehow Eldar made a comeback. Yeah, these flayed ones definitely saved them. I think the only reason this match is still going is because of the flayed ones. Big firing line. Ethereal on the field. There you go. I would not have the Ethereal right there though. They're not reacting to the solar pulse, which is weird. They're just kind of waiting it out. Let's see. 1 vehicle factory, 2 infantry. Yeah, you definitely need more factories. This is too slow. Tau's actually getting pushed back. And Tau is definitely one of the better quick start factions. Still Chimeras at 17 minutes. That's kind of weird. A lot of knobs, a lot of flash gets. I think flash gets one-shot any guardsman. Pretty sure. That war boss was kind of wasted. But yeah, these knobs and flash kits, if they're fully upgraded, they should just one-shot guard. And I haven't seen a single earth shake. I don't know if this guy's earth shaking or not. Okay, Tau actually gets wrecked by the monolith. So we'll see what happens here. Monolith is really good. Yeah, I don't like this long travel plan. These drones don't last long, they really don't. You can't do this long distance travel thing. They really don't last that long. Now on quick start you can have a crap ton of power. So these drones, you can have infinite drones. I don't know how the Tau Commander is still alive with the Psychers. The Psychers can just zap it and dead. Ogren's in the front line. Looks like Guard's actually on that retreat. Guard has 2 vehicle factories. That's the way you should do it. Oh, there you go. Is that a sync kill? No relic sync kill. That's 2 Avatar Canes down. Interesting. Alright, these vehicles are going down in seconds, which is pretty crazy.
It's no good. We can't hold them.
Yeah, all these vehicles are going down in seconds. Guard. I'm not sure if Guard will survive the Tau drone spam. It's pretty difficult for Guard to survive it. Wow, Tau Commander two-shot at that vehicle. Yeah, I don't get this forward guardsman thing. I don't get that at all. They're not like a melee faction. I don't understand that one at all. Yeah, these flayed ones are definitely the only reason Guard's alive. That's it. Wasn't for the flayed ones, Guard would be dead. These maxed out flayed one spam is pretty good. I haven't seen any pariahs. I don't know if pariahs are a thing. That's nice. Oh, there you go. That was good. I'm surprised they survived it. This orbital strike one-shots almost anything in the game. I'm actually surprised they survived it. That does like 500 damage or more. I want to say that does at least 500 damage, which is a lot. I think Space Marine's fully maxed out is like 600. Man, Necron Lord is just taking an entire army to the face. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see any Kroot Shapers. I don't see any Kroot units. Not even the Relic unit. The Relic unit would actually destroy the Monolith. The Narlock destroys the Monolith in like 2 hits. Yeah, it seems like it wasn't for Necrons. This top team would have been wrecked. Orks left the game. I guess he just got bored. Because Orks should be winning. I think Orks do beat Guard. Or they should, actually. Orcs should beat Guard. There you go, now you have more bases. You should have done this at the start. See, there's some forward bases here. This is what you want. You should absolutely have a forward base. Looks like Tau and Eldar survived that flayed one spam. They're pretty good. Yeah, I don't understand this. I really don't understand this Tau player. I don't see any, like... You should have a stronger army. I don't really get this Tau army at all. And his stealth suits are dead. You could have like 1,000,000 stealth suits right now. Yeah, I don't understand this Tau army at all. It's actually, I think it's a tier 2 army. Yeah, this entire army right here is tier 2. It's not even tier 4. Barracudas. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand this Tau player. You should have a much more powerful army. Oh, there you go. Now he's factory spamming. Nice. Yeah, it's like a tier 2 army against a tier 4. So I don't really get that. Guard's moving up. I do like this Eldar support. That's nice. I guess that's over because the Monolith just wrecks Tau. The Monolith just I mean, they could stealth suit stun it, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't see the stealth suit stun at all. And before anyone says anything, they did know each other. They should know each other's like skill level. So this should be a fair fight because they know each other like skill level and everything. I'm surprised these drones are dying so quick. Usually drones one-shot guardsmen. I'm surprised these drones are going down. Okay, I think I'm gonna fast forward to the end, which is like 10 seconds. Yeah, Necron is definitely carried. Okay, so a lot of mistakes from Guard. Guard's not a melee faction. Eldar, I think did really well. What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4 bases, 2 vehicle bases. I guess that's fine. The thing about Eldar is they can just teleport their buildings. So you can just teleport your buildings right here. You can teleport your factories right there. You know, for free. So you can just teleport them here, build up an army. Guard, you should have a forward base because their buildings are turrets. So when you build a forward base, you also build a turret. Oh, this is a brand new command squad. It's a brand new. I'm not sure how he died though. Still Chimeras, even this late game. Guard did not get a armor upgrade. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive they don't get an armor upgrade. So there's no point in building, there's no point in making weak vehicles. At least that's what I think. There's almost no point in making tier 1 vehicles. Or not tier 1 vehicles, but you know what I mean. They don't receive the armor upgrade. Really, the only vehicles that matter is the Basilisk for the Earthshake, the Baneblade, and really whatever has range. Hellhounds are actually pretty good because they get the flame upgrade. They get the flame upgrade when they're maxed out. Yeah, guess that's it. I thought I was gonna fast forward it, but I guess not. I swear I was gonna have to fast forward through this, but it was actually shorter than I thought it would be. Wow, this Lehman Russ has like 37 health points. Yeah, this thing will die to anything. It's got 37 health points. Wow. So yeah, I think Tao's only problem was just not having a tier 3 army. I think Tao had a tier 2 army the whole game. I didn't see any crew. I didn't see what path he chose. So that's kind of weird. Guardsman made a lot of mistakes, but because it's a horde faction, it didn't really matter. When you're fighting a horde faction, it doesn't really matter if you make mistakes. Necrons definitely carried. Very nice setup. Yeah, I think all of this is fine. Wow, he's got like 20 generators. He's got 20 or 30 how much is his power? Plus 300. Wow. And that's without slag, or with slag? No, there's no slag. Wow. So just plus 300 with no slag. Wow. It's pretty good. Again, I didn't see any pariahs, but I guess it didn't matter. And the destroyers died instantly. So I would stop with the destroyer spam. Destroyer spam didn't work. Yeah, I guess that's it. I'm not sure how... I'm not sure how Eldar survived. really should have been taken out of the game. It was like 2 armies against... I guess the only real mistake this bottom team did was not capitalize on the win. They won this fight here, definitely. They won this fight here, and they didn't capitalize on it. So I think that's the mistake there. They should have capitalized on this fight down here. So I think that's the bottom team's main mistake. Because I do think Eldar should have gotten taken out. Guard, I think Guard actually did better. I would say Guard did pretty well. And yeah, Necrons, I would say Necrons definitely carried. Necrons absolutely carried. I would say Orks is actually... The thing about Orks is they can destroy these buildings no problem. And because it's Orks, it doesn't really matter if it fails or not. So I would say Orks could actually destroy all this no problem. Without any real punishment. But yeah, I think Orks' issue is just 2 bases. You cannot have 2 bases with Orks. You gotta have like 5 or 6. You need like 6 bases of Orks to get your full like money's worth. Yeah. And also I did not see any Shoota boys like at all. I'm not sure if he's anti-Shoota boys or what, but Shoota boys are not bad, you know. Yeah, so I think that's it. These commissars are not attached. You should attach them. And yeah, I saw the assassin. I think the assassin was out on the 10th minute. I'm not sure if it died or not. Oh, it did die. Yeah. Assassin definitely died. Looks like this is a brand new squad of Ogrins. So it looks like Guard's entire army died. Yeah. What was that? 3 or 4 Chimera? I'm not sure why your Chimera spamming. They're not viable. And also, you got Chimera, and you just walked. You walked over here. So I don't understand that at all. But whatever. But the top team is, you know, top team skilled and all that. And yeah, I guess that's it. See you in the next one. Bye.